Well, tonight we now know who will be leading the Husker football team this fall. There's been questions over who would take the starting quarterback spot after Dylan Raiola left. Would it be TJ Lateef, who took the reins after Raiola's injury last year? Would Danny Kaelin play a more prominent role after transferring back to the Big Red? Or would Anthony Calandria bring a spark to the team that's desperately needed? Well, we have an answer to that tonight. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. Head coach Matt Rhule today saying that one of those quarterbacks is ready for the challenge. Our sports anchor Nick Erickson joins us now with the details the Husker Nation has been waiting for. Nick?
Yeah, well, Mackenzie, the wait's over, and sort of in a subtle way, Anthony Calandria was named the current starting quarterback for the Huskers this morning. Now everyone has been battling for a starting position this fall, but with the quarterback position being so important, especially after the departure of Raiola, all eyes have been on the QB room. Calandria has one of the Huskers' biggest gets over the offseason, transferring over from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where he started in 14 games, notching 23 touchdowns and 3,459 yards. Matt Rhule spoke with the media this morning in an update about fall camp when he broke the news.
Yeah, Anthony would play for us right now. All the quarterbacks have done a nice job. Anthony, I think the biggest thing is he's very competitive, very fiery. He expects to win every play, and but he's done a nice job of disciplining himself to also take what's there, and makes nice checks in the run-pass game, can throw the ball deep, and I think the biggest thing is he extends a ton of plays with his legs, which takes a lot of pressure off of the offensive line.
That mention of the offensive line at the end really excites me. I mean, this team last year experienced a good amount of sacks, so having a mobile QB like Rhule says he can be will be major for the Huskers come September. Coach Rhule commented on many other important positions this morning and also spoke about leadership. So stay tuned for the Sports Zone to hear more from Rhule. Mackenzie?
All right, thank you, Nick. And a former Husker is taking the field again tonight with the Kansas City Chiefs. Emmett Johnson had a good start in the pros last week, and now the team is getting ready for their next preseason matchup. And good news for you, that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is right here on Channel 8. Kickoff is right after our newscast, so you don't have to change the channel to catch all the action. Plus, stick around after the game for our late newscast, where we'll catch you up on everything happening in the capital city today. And even more excitement happening tonight. Concert goers are flooding the downtown area ahead of a big show. Memorial Stadium is set to be packed for the Boys of Oklahoma tour stop. And this afternoon, the Haymarket buzzing with anticipation. Citizen journalist Kevin sending in these videos to our Now Local News app of a merchandise trailer and a party in the rail yard for all the people going to the concert. And officials are warning that traffic in downtown Lincoln could get congested tonight. You can already see it starting up right now. State troopers and local authorities will be working near Memorial Stadium to help keep people safe and help move traffic along. If we take a live look now here at 9th and Q Streets, you can see some people walking around already. A lot of cars waiting their turn at the stoplights. So tonight at 10 o'clock, we'll take another look at the traffic as people are leaving the concert. Tower camera pointed right at Memorial Stadium. Looking like a sunny and warm night out there. Not too bad at all, but will it hold strong? I know the past couple of concerts they've had there have had some weather troubles. Meteorologist Dominic Ferraro joins us now for our first forecast tonight. Dom?
Hey, good evening, Mackenzie. Yeah, I know those last couple concerts here at the stadium haven't had just a lot of luck, but things look good here so far for the forecast. We head into your Saturday evening, and all in all, not too bad of a day here for the start of the weekend either. I know it was a little muggy at times, but you know, for late August, we got to take them where we can get them. Now, as we take a look outside here on your Allen Communications camera, also looking towards downtown Lincoln here, maybe a few passing clouds there in the upper levels, but otherwise, then look here at South 21st and L Street shows a mostly sunny capital city as we head into your Saturday night. Temperatures statewide into the upper 70s, 80s, and even a few spots trying to make their way close to 90, though 87 looks to be the closest we have here towards McCook and then Chadron. Dew points, though, hanging out in the 60s, so you may notice a little bit of humidity if your evening plans do take you down into the Haymarket, downtown Lincoln, or even towards Memorial Stadium tonight. Other than those few passing upper level clouds, we're monitoring a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms out towards the Panhandle. These then will try and drift their way east overnight, but in terms of our concert forecast here, likely going to hang out in the lower 80s as things get rolling here at 7 o'clock. Then as we head through the overnight hours tonight, down into the 70s with a light northeasterly wind between 5 to 10 miles per hour. And going forward then into the overnight, we may see a few sprinkles as we start the day off. Then on your Sunday, we'll break down the potential for those showers, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder and more as we close out that weekend forecast and take a look ahead into next week. Coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Dom. Well, new at 6, a Nebraska forecasting legend will be honored at the State Fair. A bench is going to be dedicated to Kent Boughton in Grand Island. The State Fair is saying they're sad that Kent won't be able to broadcast all of the things happening at the fair this year, but his memory will live on. Kent bravely fought cancer before he died last month. Next week, the 1868 Foundation will be holding a ceremony on State Fair Boulevard where they will place a bench in Kent's name below a tree that was planted in the name of his late wife, Lori. That ceremony will be at 1 o'clock. Well, new tonight, a change in Canadian goods is taking effect. You're taking a live look now at the White House as President Trump's 50% tariffs on Canadian goods is now in effect after failed efforts in a peace deal. Tonight, our northern neighbors not happy with the way things are going as they announce a new set of tariffs on their side. Canada Prime Minister Mark Carney says the 50% tariffs will impact $28 billion worth of goods and says they're matching the U.S. dollar for dollar. The Prime Minister says those retaliatory tariffs are set to go into effect on September 8th. Canada's tariffs will focus on steel, dairy, appliances, ag equipment, paper, and electronics. Carney also saying that the U.S. implemented last-minute changes to the tariffs that were unfavorable to Canada.
In recent days, the United States proposed new terms that were uneconomic, unfair, and undermined the net benefits for Canada and called into question the reliability of any deal.
Now, this coming just days after President Trump pushed back the previous deadline while both sides were negotiating a trade agreement. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer says Canada declined to finalize the trade deal, despite President Trump saying he had a very good conversation with Carney last week. Developing now, Lincoln police are looking into a deadly motorcycle crash. Here's where it happened. LPD says last night around 7 o'clock, 2 motorcycles collided at Northwest 1st Street and West Grand Drive. Police believe they were both going southbound when they crashed. They say one driver has minor injuries and the other was taken to the hospital with critical injuries where they later died. Police are asking anyone with information on what happened to report it to authorities. When we come back, a bunch of books, find out why there's a big crowd in Antelope Park today and how this reading mission could be changing the lives of kids in Lincoln. We'll be right back. turning pages into a way to give back. Take a look at this video sent into our Now Local News app by citizen journalist Brian, showing a long line of people waiting in Antelope Park today. But it's about more than just getting some free books. There's a bigger mission behind it. Wordstock 2026 kicking off at Antelope Park today, bringing thousands of books, vendors, and the community all together. The festival is helping raise money to give underserved families and children access to literary programs. Channel 8's Emma Norwood was at the festival today and shows us what it was like out there. Emma?
I know that our community in Lincoln, we are a community of readers.
Inside the pavilion at Antelope Park today, hundreds of people filling the room, looking through thousands of free books. Wordstock Festival bringing reading, families, and local businesses all to one place.
We know that books can change lives, and our mission is that the more books we get into the hands of people in our city, in our state, and beyond, we know that books can encourage people to be empathetic, can be engaged in their communities, can be active in the ways that they serve and in the things that they know. And so we want everyone to have at-home libraries and access to high-quality books.
Link to Literacy spending months sorting, planning, and working to get all of these books ready for the day. Through donations from the community and businesses around the capital city, there's something for everyone.
We had a team of volunteers, and so if it would have been just us, it would have taken more time than we had available. But because we had so many volunteers helping, they all took the books home. They had garages and bedrooms and basements and dining rooms full of books, and they sorted them before they came.
Families filling these bags full of as many books as they can carry and swapping out anything they might not want anymore. All of the money raised goes toward helping families without access to books or literacy education programs. But the biggest sign of support today is coming from the crowd itself.
Each year, this has grown significantly, so we were prepared. We knew that this year, year 4, the word had gotten out. We knew there was a lot of excitement and buzz in Lincoln, but we had lines of people before the doors even opened for the book swap, and so we've been blown away.
Link to Literacy is already planning for a bigger space to host Wordstock next year. That way, the lines of people can all have access to a free book. Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Emma. New at 6, the Food Bank of Lincoln is celebrating after a big achievement. They've raised a total of 11,264 meals in their 2026 campaign against hunger. They're thanking everyone for working together to raise the funds and donate food to unite against hunger here in our community, adding that their mission is only made possible through everyone's hard work and support. And they're grateful to be part of a community dedicated to alleviating hunger.
A quiet close here to our Saturday evening with a gloomy Sunday ahead that could bring several chances then for showers and thunderstorms. I'll have the latest details coming up in your full forecast after the break.
Developing now, a man is charged with a DUI after swerving on the interstate. The York County Sheriff's Office arresting a Kentucky man, saying there were multiple reports of a semi swerving on I-80, leaving the roadway and almost hitting another vehicle. Authorities say Jeffrey Smith, who you can see here, was seen texting while driving and after further investigation had multiple indicators of impairment. The York County Sheriff's Office says he was found to be under the influence of drugs. He's now facing multiple charges, including DUI and willful reckless driving. This is the second DUI drug case York County has seen in the last 2 weeks involving the abuse of prescription medications.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, after what has certainly felt like a busy couple of nights then in the severe weather side of things and the weather side of things in general here, a nice quiet close then to your Saturday night on the way here for southeastern Nebraska, though we will see some cloud cover and storm chances kind of build in from the west as we head then through the overnight hours and into early Sunday morning, and we'll do it again here on Monday as well as we kind of enter then this more active weather pattern. We just stuck right on the edge of that jet stream, and that will continue to give us a few chances for showers and storms. In fact, it's given us a fair amount of rainfall this August, just over 4.5 inches for the month here in the capital city. Now, how does that stack up then to where we usually see, at least on the all-time list? Well, the highest we've ever seen in terms of rainfall for the month of August was back in 1910, where they got almost 14 inches of rain. And the second place spot there, a little over 10 in the August there of 1954, 1900, a little over 9 inches of rain. So we've got a ways to go before we crack the top, and at least top 3. Now, I think we're sitting currently just outside the top 10 as well. So we'd have to get a couple more inches of rain to kind of start making its way into the record book. But it's certainly been above average to say the least. So we'll take the moisture here in southeastern Nebraska, especially after a dry start to the calendar year. A quick look outside though on your ABC Seamless camera. Clear skies at North 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Temperatures for most of us right now in the 80s as we head into your Saturday night. 84 here in Lincoln, as well as 83 Beatrice, 82 in the Hebron area, and the lower to mid 80s then really for the majority of southeastern Nebraska. So not a bad close there. It is just a touch muggy, but hopefully then as we head to the next couple of weeks, we can finally lose those dew points in the 60s. That certainly would be nice. Otherwise, then clear skies with a few passing clouds through the upper levels. That's going to be kind of the story here going forward, at least for eastern Nebraska. But as you take a look here out towards the west, already starting to see a few of those showers and thunderstorms creep on into the picture. Stormcast says these continue to work their way slowly then to the east as we head into the overnight hours. Here's 11 o'clock tonight. Starting to see a little bit of that cloud cover build into the eastern half of the state. The majority of those storm chances kind of holding out there into western and central Nebraska as we head into the start of your day here on Sunday morning. One or two of these may make its way then into the capital city. By then, likely going to be more of a concern then for any of those Sunday morning outfits, the hairdos. So keep the umbrella handy just to be safe, but otherwise then we will see another round, then try and push on through as we head towards the afternoon there. In terms of severe weather potential though, we'll stay on the quiet side there for Sunday. Heading into early Monday morning, another round of showers and thunderstorms comes in with the disturbance off the Dakotas. That gives better chances for showers and thunderstorms here in the eastern half of the state, though again, it's fairly spotty by the time it gets towards us here in Lincoln. It's something we'll have an eye on as we go through the next couple of days, but otherwise then sunshine returns then for your Monday afternoon. In terms of severe weather potential, the rest of the evening tonight, far western Nebraska, the main concern, where they can see 1 to 2 strong to potentially severe storms. Though, as we head then into the day there on Monday, as we mentioned there, later in the day Monday and into early Tuesday, we could see 1 or 2 of these storms try and drift their way here off towards the east. There's going to be very spotty storm chances as we go through the next several days. Monday's severe weather risk once again out towards the panhandle, where large hail and damaging winds are the main concerns. Temperatures tomorrow then into the upper 70s for most of us. 1 or 2 of us may make it to the 80s, but the upper 80s then 2 lower 90s for those high temperatures out towards the west. We stay at or below average here for some time. Also, September on the 10-day forecast. Hard to believe that we're already getting to that point of the year, but hopefully that means some cooler temperatures coming around. I know, Mackenzie, personally, I'm getting ready for fall as it's been pretty busy here to round out the summer.
Oh, most definitely. Listen, I kind of like the 80s, so maybe that'll stick around for a little while, but fall, yeah, you know, it's right around the corner.
It's going to sneak up on us fast, I have a feeling.
Most definitely. All right, thank you, Dom. Well, right now, a judge denies a new trial for a teen convicted of a stabbing. The judge denying that new trial for a Texas teen convicted of stabbing another teen to death during a high school track meet back in 2025. ABC's Jacqueline Lee reports.
A Texas judge has until Monday to decide whether convicted teen Carmelo Anthony will receive a new trial. In June, a jury found Anthony, who was 18 years old at the time, guilty of murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a high school track meet in April of 2025. A judge then sentenced Anthony to 35 years in prison. The two teens were from opposing high schools. The defense argued Anthony acted in self-defense. Prosecutors called it, quote, plain and simple murder. Supporters gathered outside the Dallas courthouse on Friday as Anthony's new defense team argued for a new trial. At the center of their argument was an off-the-record agreement between Anthony's former defense team and prosecutors. That's according to his new attorneys. Prosecutors say both sides agreed to withhold negative character evidence from both parties to keep from inflaming this already racially sensitive case. As part of that deal, Anthony's attorneys say the teen was forced to waive his right to testify in his own defense.
Being that he did not testify, and he's stating that the reason for him not testifying is because of a gentleman's agreement that took place and a violation of that, and that based on that violation, that actually affected his decision to testify.
Along with a new defense team, there's also a new judge. The judge who presided over the initial trial was removed from the case after a local television interview where he said, quote, the jury got it right.
He didn't want to accuse the judge of any formal canon violations, which is a whole separate matter, but concerning the motion for a new trial, he's no longer qualified.
Once the judge issues his ruling, either side will have the opportunity to appeal. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Coming up in sports, Matt Rule talks about the Husker football team's leadership heading into their first game. Hear who's stepping up and taking charge when we come back.
Channel 8 Sports Zone. Sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Nick Erickson. Thanks for joining me in the Sports Zone tonight. Glad you could be with us. Today marked the end of training camp for the Huskers as they start school on Monday. They've been running fall drills over the past couple of weeks and holding scrimmages to determine this year's starters. And speaking of starters, we previously mentioned that Anthony Calandria was named the current starter this morning. The former UNLV QB will now be at the helm of the Huskers offense. Today, the team went through roughly 110 plays throughout the scrimmage and also focused on special teams and stacking long drives together. After today's practice, Coach Rule spoke on looking ahead to Week 1.
We've studied Ohio all summer long. You know, we have a great feel for what we want to do, but our belief is always, you know, this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are still our team's development. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the mock game's kind of a head start on the first opponent, and then take Sunday off and come back. You know, players take Sunday off, and then Monday come back, and it's a normal game week.
Still going on next week, players still hold the opportunity to show leadership qualities.
Nowadays, it's probably more, you know, and I think as a leader, you have to be willing to lead and be led. I think that's true leadership, is when we're all pushing ourselves to meet a standard, exceed the standard, and set a new standard. And so I've seen a lot of that diffused leadership, while at the same time, guys not being afraid to hold each other accountable.
Among other updates that were given, Coach Rule also released that sophomore defensive back Hamir Prescott will be out for the year because of a knee injury suffered in practice last week. And sticking with the football theme, the fans got a new look at what Memorial Stadium will soon look like. Check this out. The Nebraska football team posting these renderings to their social media of their Big Red Rebuild campaign. It's designed to modernize the historic stadium. They're planning to improve fan flow, restrooms and concessions, and ADA accessibility. They're also adding new video boards to bring the fans closer to the action and increase game day energy. Demolition of the South and West seating bowl is set to begin in December. Man, doesn't that look like the state of the art? Folks, that's all the time we have here in the Sports Zone, but stay tuned to join me at 10 for Chiefs highlights. Mackenzie, we will go ahead and send things back to you.
All right, let's get our final check of the weather here quick. Dom, what do we need to know?
Yeah, quiet close here to your Saturday night. Maybe a little bit of fog to start the day. Then on Sunday, continuous small storm chances though as we head through the next several days.
All right, thank you so much, Dom, and thank you all for joining us. Don't forget the Chiefs game is right here on Channel 8, and we'll be back tonight after the game is over.